Hey people, this is the third in this series. I started with the bottom, the prophecy against the Philistines. It looks like this. And then I went to the top and did the beginning of the chapter, the prophecy against Ammon. And so this is a short one, and it's going to prove beyond a doubt that Ezekiel was an Aryan. But it's called the prophecy against Moab. And it's just lines 8, 9, 10, and 11. And it's real easy. We have a lot of visuals to go with it. And you better read it and prove that it's an Aryan story. So all these start with karma, Ka, to give life, the life-giving soul of Egypt, Ka. And then backwards starts with A as Rama, means to see in. Like a panorama, the pan around, Rama to see in. Futurama, the future to see in. Well, this is Ka Rama, the soul gives life to see in. In the day, INDAYEVE, in the day have, make light, make on, Rama to see in, to make light, see in, to move us Aryan. So this means move, MOVE. It starts with MU. MU is worldwide, is frictional constant, and the power in A, power B in, move. This doesn't have the D, so it's a V. Move, MOAV, move. The frictional constant, the power in. And to move us, 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 Aryan. This is air, like your son would be your heir. And so that's the way they see themselves. Us, Aryan. Cockle, and then backwards and forwards, from Jug the guys. Cockle from Jug the guys. Cockle is a little bitty clam, and from jug, your jugular means around your neck. A jug is a yoke. So these guys are wearing shells around their neck, is what this says. The cockle from Jug the guys. A lot of ancient people wore shells around their neck. They used them for money. And then by, BYTIE. UDE, you would, by tie, who would. The cockle from Jug the guys around their neck, by tie, who would. The guys doing the labor here are wearing shells on their neck. Lacking any path to put cat top. Move from whore is married to. From fix who Sabi share. Lacking any path to backwards and forwards, put, PTKTP, to put cat top, the territory, is Leo. They say Judah is Leo. And Leo is also the sign of the Aryan. And looking any path to put cat top, to mark the territory of. The cat atop. To move from whore is, MEORIS, from the whore is. That's not necessarily the city, but that's the thing that catches your eye. The E, the Ian, the I, the O, first, make from. When you're coming up to a city, whatever you see first is its whore. The Statue of Liberty is the whore of New York. And so to move from the whore is. And so they're moving a big old lion, what it looks like. And they're paying these guys that wear shells, cockles around their neck to do the moving. And you can see that, they got too many words meaning city. So it's the territory of Moab, of cities, of the city. Ori isn't a city, Tory. That's where that comes from. The Ories. And so this is Mary. It's the same as from the I first make from the Horias. And this is Mary, M-A-R-Y, M-O-R-Y 2. And so this is from the I first make connected, from the I first work connected. And that's Mary. This is the first I. When you got here, this is the first I you came through. It was the I of Mary. It's a baby coming out of the vagina of Mary. So put cat top. To move of from the whore is Mary too. From fix who. Fix is a position. From the fix who, Sabi, and then backwards share. And so Sabi, they say, is glory. X-N-I. X-V-I. So you don't see it here, but glory is Mercury. Number 8 is glory. It's Mercury. Mercury's home is in Virgo. Mercury is the X. And Virgo is the I. And so from the fix who X-N-I, Mercury in Virgo is the glory. In the share. And the share is its piece of property, its share. From the fix who Mercury and Virgo share by tie, B-Y-T-I. There's no way this is in Beth Jessamine. It'd have to have 2 B's here. It'd have to be B-B, in Beth. So there is no in here. By Tizamit. And then there's no way that this is in Ball Me On, because it would also have to have 2 B's here. This is by ties from it. Ball from own, O-W-N, from its own ball. And then you just read one of these, to freight, F-R-I-T-M-E, to freight time. And here, this later writing, they added this extra yod in there, why, to freight time. The freight time, in the time of shipping. And so Fry is also Friday. And it was the god of Freya, the fridge, for the cold. And that was also Venus. And that would be Venus over here in Libra. And this old Libra, it looks a whole lot more like a yoke than a scale. Libra is the yoke. But you can see it's talking about astrology. It's not talking about anything happening on Earth. It's talking about astrology. And it's talking about Leo. It's talking about Mary and Virgo and Mercury in Virgo, which is also Mary. And when Mercury is in Virgo, it's glory and Freya and the yoke. Laving made feds backwards and forwards after that tack. MD, FDS, QDS, PHDS. Laving made feds all in Bing, in the mark of time when unit tie of mercy. And so laving, laving is washing. And your lava is the sink. And the lava is the sink. And laving is the act of washing. Washing made feds all in Bingham when unity of mercy. And so mercy's up here in Jupiter. And so it's skipping over Mars here. Up here in mercy. So the washing made feds all in time when unity of mercy of Thursday of moon lurks its crabbing. New moon in guise. The moon lurks, is hanging out there. It's crabbing. And so that's the moon's place in Cancer. The crab. Lurks, it's crabbing. New moon in guise. New moon is new wealth. For money or wealth in many languages. It's not just the Hebrew. It was in the Vulgate, in the Latin Vulgate, Mamoon was the wealth. Aryan and Jerome both said Mamoon meant wealth. In the Middle Ages it still meant wealth. And there's no doubt this means moon. We can see it, L-M-O-N. L of, or to direct. M, the water. The I, to see. And the N is the cycles. Continuous. They don't put it in there, but N means cycle. And that's what the moon does. It makes the tide cycle. Of move, this so a spot is widow, and give in any you. And so maybe that's why they didn't mess with Mars there. Of move, this so spot is widow, to give in any you. So you just put any in Mars. So if we go back, now that we know we're talking about astrology, the souls see in the day have. Your soul comes from the day you were born. Whatever you were born, that's what you're destined for. To make light, to see in, to move. Assyrian. To make light, to see and move. Assyrian. The cockle from Jug the Guys by Ty Wood. And so, they say, I showed a movie a while back that, Libra's not that old. They just came out with Libra about 2,300 years ago. But the Egyptians used to wear Libra as a yoke. And if you was French, you would read that as le bras. Le bras, the bra. And if you look in the ancient art, it doesn't look so much like scales. It looked like old cockle shell bra that maybe Venus had took off and left there. Venus in le bras. So it seems like, this was written in the time of Pisces, because the things are lining up here. Everything had to be shifted over to line up for Pisces. So they say this book of Ezekiel come from around 593 to 571 BC. And I don't know about their ages. They can't even read it. And man, Theo was the first one to talk about Libra in the 3rd century BC. And so it wasn't there before. It was added in. This used to be all part of Virgo and Scorpio. There was no Libra. And so it seems like that's what it's talking about. It's making space for Libra. Libra. Maybe these Egyptian women thought of a bra as a yoke. And maybe they was the first ones to have freed the nipple. And they cast off their bra and it became a constellation in the sky. Alright, I'm going to cut this off here. Good day.